on CD are about equal with audiobooks in digital format for your phone or your iPad or your computer. So I anticipate, I reduced that just a little bit this year, but I anticipate that that's going to continue to reduce.
Which brings me to the CD shelf.
Yeah.
So are these, do you foresee those CDs decline, going down, the amount of them going down?
Not in the very near future. I really had thought that music would be streaming, but now that I see these, the platforms and what's available, the content that's available to libraries, I think we're gonna have music CDs for a bit longer, 5 years, 7 years. And by the way, Shorewood has one of the best music collections in town. So if you don't know that, we rival Tulsa for the best music collection. Yeah, we've got a good reputation.
So on the local library aids for 2017 projected, it shows 75,000. Did you say that should be 65?
No, that's accurate. If you notice, I budgeted 85,000, I believe, is what I had said for the 2017 budget.
And that's what should have been 70.
Well, so
And it should have
around
been 75. Yeah, my apologies, my first big mistake. Won't be my last.
Just a comment about switches. There's a $1,800 cost. Who oversees these quotes that we're getting? We had, in my business, when we bought a switch, it was $10. But I understand that my computer system only has 4, and you probably have 30 or however.
Oh yeah, our switch cabinet, I mean,
So it's the cabinet.
oh, it's a huge cabinet, and there's multiple switches that are in it. Climate controlled room. And it's digital.
Any other questions or anything for the library? So at this point,
Just thank you.
yeah, thank you very much.
You're
welcome. Expanding.
I looked just before I came today, 59% of residents have an active library account.
All right, good.
Well, what about the other 41%?
We're working on it. I'm doing it.
All right, so thank you. So moving on to the senior.
Page 104 then is the budget for the Senior Resource Center. Elizabeth and guests are here tonight to, again, do a little pre-budget presentation. So
I'd just like to take a couple of minutes before Elizabeth gets to the specifics. I'm Renee Gratz. I chair the Elder Services Advisory Board, and I'd like to point out 4 things before the specifics of the budget begin. And one is, although the title is Senior Resource Center, it's not one group of seniors, but rather the programming and resources provided are really for 4 generations. There are 2 groups of seniors that people who work in aging talk about, and there's the young old, who are 55 to 80, used to be 55 to 75, they've moved it up to 80, and then 80 to the early hundreds. So there are really 2 generations of seniors. The 3rd generation that Elizabeth and the Senior Research Center work with are children of those seniors who are either currently residents of Shorewood who want information for their parents, who are contemplating move to Shorewood, who are Shorewood residents, or they are contemplating making their parents Shorewood residents to bring them closer to them. Elizabeth gets a number of calls from children of senior residents to provide information for them. One example, quickly, there was a woman who brought her father to Shorewood. He was a chess master, and that was his main source of recreation and enjoyment. And she called Elizabeth and said, he can't find anybody to play with. Can you find somebody to play chess with him? Elizabeth contacted the middle school chess club, and he got a chess partner on the weekends and then sometimes during the week. So it was an intergenerational partnership that really worked very well. That's one of the kind of informal kind of resources. And the 4th generation are the children at the Shorewood schools who work in informal ways, like the chess example, as well as more formal opportunities to interact with senior residents, particularly in this coming year with authentic learning that Elizabeth is very much involved with, and she will tell you more about it. She's very excited about. The second item I wanted to mention was that we worked very hard on a strategic plan that we approved in 2016, and that continues to be the working document, the guidepost, and very active plan. It's not just a binder that went on a shelf somewhere that said, we did a strategic plan and it exists. It is what we use to consider programming and consider moving forward. So that was a very long and involved process, but it turned out to be a very, very fruitful one. And Elizabeth continues to develop, with the support of the board, programming and resources for those 4 generations that I mentioned, including rather extensive programming that she's gonna, the lovely Elizabeth will now hand out the program. But there are lectures, there are social events, there are activities and classes and trips this week. She's arranged a bus to go to the Bergen Botanical Gardens to see the China Lights. And so there are many different opportunities for activities, as well as an opportunity for people to access resources for insurance, Medicaid, opportunities through the County Department of Aging, and the development of those kinds of resources to make sure that they're correct, they're up to date, and they're complete, has taken a good deal of Elizabeth's time as well as the time of the assistant who's working with her. So for all of those areas that I pointed out, I think they come together to provide a very unique service and resource for the residents. Many communities have no senior resource center at all, or a senior center. Many of them are senior centers with activities, no resources. This is a senior resource center that I think adds to the quality of life of this community, and I think it is in great measure because of the quality service provided by Elizabeth, who is prodigiously talented when it comes to aging, and if you would come and see her interact, and she is beloved by the senior residents of this community. So, the lovely Elizabeth will continue.
Oh, boy. Thank you, Renee.
Thank you.
That is way too generous. So I am though proud of the work that we are doing at the Senior Resource Center, and I'm glad to have this strategic plan because it is giving good direction organizationally. But strategic plans, you know, now the authentic learning at the schools has really got me excited. That wasn't in the strategic plan. And so now I've been meeting with different teachers, and that the tan calendar, you'll see on the flap that we've got several areas listed that the elementary schools are looking for community experts and to help feed that process and go into the classrooms. And so the Senior Resource Center is helping to recruit those people for the classrooms. We've already got a number of seniors who are very excited about that process. So, you know, things come up, and it's nice to be able to take advantage of the opportunities that are abundant in this village. And so I think that's part of the success of the Senior Resource Center, is that we do try to take advantage of the resources here in the community and make them known and help connect people to them. And as Rachel mentioned, we've been building our collaborations with the library, and that's been a wonderful partnership, and with the schools. And so I see connecting the pieces as a way to keep the generations connected, and that's really what we're about. And so what we're doing now is we understand that the younger seniors, the baby boomers, are not going to be using senior services as some of our older residents. So we expect to see a decline at our monthly luncheons, and we're seeing that. And so right now, we're running programming for the baby boomers and for the older generations. So we're transitioning into more informational programming. We have a wonderful relationship with the Board of Aging and Long-Term Care in Madison. We get representatives to come down and talk about the Medicare Part D and Medicare supplements, which we're going into an open enrollment period right now. We have people discussing Social Security, power of attorney for health care. These are the types of things that we think
that the people about to retire are going to be more interested in getting information, and we're seeing that. So we're doing that type of programming. The China Lights, that's appealing to a younger demographic than we normally see at some of our tours. So that's a little different for us, an evening tour, uneven surfaces in the dark. Not in my wheelhouse, but I've already mapped out the venue to make sure that I know all the dangerous areas. I've been out there, met with the staff, so I feel ready for that. So as a result of our change in programming, the informational programming is not going to be getting the fees that we did for our art history program. So we do expect to see a leveling off of the program fees and maybe a little bit of a reduction, because a lot of those types of programs we're offering for free or for a much smaller fee. We are increasing the professional fees because I'm adding a holistic health practitioner to our monthly offering. I've added 2 different types of philosophy programs which seem to be appealing to the younger, older people. What else is in there? I wrote it down so I didn't forget. Partnering with the recreation department to offer a 1-week intergenerational theater program in the summer. And we have a person that we've been working with for years, and we're going to be offering a series called Heart Math, and then another series called Mindfulness-Based Stress Reduction. So those will be increasing the professional fees. And then in preparation for 2019, when we hope to have online payments, we're going to be testing some scheduling software that we're purchasing, and that is reflected in the office supply increase. Other than that, not a lot of changes in the budget this year. Oh, thank you. Well, and we made a lot of fanfare out of the fact that we were the first community to be recognized as an AARP age-friendly community, and that is through the work of Shorewood Connects and Sue Kelly, and much of the programming has been implemented through the Senior Resource Center. We have a number of communities very envious: Greendale, South Milwaukee, and one other community have all contacted us wanting to know what we've done and wanting to get more information. Oh, and Sheboygan. So that's been very exciting for us. And it's also, I guess it's motivated us to do more of our intergenerational programming. So it's a win for all of us, I think. Maggie, who has been wonderful, she has completed a number of We've updated a number of our resources that we actually produce in-house for Shorewood residents, and I've had Maggie working on that. So the Shorewood rental guide is, he had a list from Erica of all of the multifamilies in Shorewood, and we contacted as many of the managers as we could and got rental information, sifted that down, and online we're going to publish a list of barrier-free rentals in Shorewood, because we feel that that's important for the aging population. But it's nice that we have this master document, because now I have connections with many of the apartment managers and can reach out to them, because that is where we feel our vulnerable seniors are. And so that's a way for us to reach out.
I'm so excited that you said that. I think we've been playing, document tag. So just so everyone knows, at the CDA, we just started talking about affordable housing and kind of coming up with a program. This resource, Elizabeth, will be an excellent information that we don't have available right now to us. I hope you'd be open to maybe coming to the CDA upon request of the chair, just presenting maybe what you've done and the data available.
Of course, I'd be happy to do that, and we hope to have it online by the end of the year. It's essentially done. I just want to meet with and view the apartments that we are going to be listing before we put them online. So that's the last step before we go. Thank you. And then a number of other in-house documents, and just, I think it's something that we're proud of, and where did I write this? Oh, we have a food resource guide, which incorporates home-delivered meals that aren't necessarily subsidized, that people can get who maybe have means, but are looking for a way to meet their nutritional needs. We have maybe just created a document that outlines the location devices that are being marketed to help track people who maybe wander with dementia. The rental guide, we have a guide on medical alert systems, transportation options, and we're working on sort of a controversial one, shore help. And that is the most needed one, but that is the one that the lawyers do not want us to